Hello again everyone. In this video, I'm going to share my thoughts about how I think IDP is doing some shady business in India. You see, back in 2021, British Council announced that they are no longer going to be conducting business in India. An outcome of that was IDP acquired all the businesses and employees of the British Council. Now, healthy competition in any industry is good, and monopolies are not so good for many reasons. And in this video, I'm going to outline at least one of those reasons. As I mentioned in my previous video, my last IELTS attempt was back in May 2022. It was an academic paper-based test, but before I talk about this test, allow me to give you a brief history about my previous IELTS tests. My first IELTS test was back in March 2019 with the British Council, and in this test I scored 8 bands in writing. Now I want to mention that they gave me 7 bands in writing originally, but after revaluation they bumped it up to 8 bands. And I went for the revaluation for 2 reasons. Number one was that I needed a higher band score for my visa processing at the time, an idea which I later dropped. And secondly, I was actually very confident about my writing attempt, and according to me 7 bands was a little too low. Fast forward to 2021, I took the IELTS test for the second time because my first TRF had expired. And this time I took the test with IDP because at the time British Council was not offering the facility of CD IELTS in my city. Anyway, in this test as well, I was very confident about my writing attempt. I went through the tasks twice before the time ran out, as I'm a fast typist, and as expected I scored 8.5 bands in writing. Now things kind of changed last year. I don't exactly remember what my essay topic was, but it was something to do with importing food from other countries versus growing it domestically. And my task 1 was a line chart about railway tracks of different countries. And I gave my absolute best in this attempt. I would even go as far as saying that this was my best attempt so far, but my scores did not reflect that at all. I scored 6.5 bands in writing, and in the other modules I scored 9, 9 and 8 bands. Now to be clear, I was so confident about my attempt this time that even if they had given me 7.5 bands in writing originally, I would have still gone for the revaluation. I remember coming back home after the test and telling everyone that I might even end up getting 9 bands in writing this time. So naturally I went for the revaluation, and I must say that this time the process was much easier and swifter, but after waiting 9 days my scores only went up by 0.5 bands, from 6.5 to 7. Now I read somewhere on the IDP website that these EORs are handled by senior examiners in Australia. I'm actually starting to doubt that. My theory is that because it's only IDP now here in India, they're maybe trying to exploit the candidates in order to extort some money. Now, listening and reading answers are binary. They're either right or wrong. But writing, on the other hand, that's totally subjective. And this is where IDP can try to tip the scales in their favor, because they know that the candidate won't be able to go anywhere else. There is no British Council in India anymore. The candidate would have to come back to IDP. But then again, maybe this is all speculation and I might be totally wrong. Maybe there is a blunder that I made in my writing attempt after all. I don't think I did. I did the proofreading twice, but you never know. I can only speak from my past experiences. 8 bands in 2019, 8.5 bands in 2021, and 6.5 bands in 2022. It just does not add up. Anyway, thank you so much for listening. If you want to watch the video where I talk about my first revaluation experience, which was with the British Council, check it out over here. I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, stay inspired and have a lovely day. Bye-bye.